quite the bright morning, beautiful Wednesday here in Winnipeg. How was Pilot Mound, Rick? Were you waking up by some geese this morning?
No, it's no geese today, but it's a little bit cloudy. Hoping for no rain so the farmers can get back on the field.
That's a big deal. I mean, lots of rain over the last week, and let's get to the truth of the matter. Let's get to some hockey. How excited are you? The fact that hockey season's finally starting, the regular season. The first weekend was on the road. The next upcoming weekend's on the road. Let's talk about the boys in Blaine, Minnesota. How much fun was it with them and the games themselves?
Oh, it was good to actually get playing games after practicing for a while. And going on the road is always good to start. I like that, to get the guys on the bus and get the team together, camaraderie. And this group of kids we have this year is a pretty good bunch. They seem to have a lot of fun together and kind of gelling off the ice. On the ice, we got some work to do, but that's typical the start of a season with a bunch of new kids. So our season, we started off playing some pretty good hockey teams in Minneapolis, but having said that, it gave me an idea where we stand right now.
Now, these games in Minnesota aren't considered part of the CSSHL. It's a different league, correct?
Yes, actually, we play in the North American Prep League, but this wasn't even part of that league. It was just a big showcase tournaments with a lot of very high-end prep teams there. So we were playing a lot of teams that are quite a bit older than us. My team is basically grade 10 and 11s, and we were playing grade 12s and post-grad. So it was a good test for us. We played some darn good hockey teams down there. And, scores didn't really indicate really the way it was. Yeah, we got outplayed in a couple of the games, but it was a good test for us to see where we stand with these young kids. Absolutely.
And every time you go to the States, you always play older teams. Now, we've got a younger team this year, a couple of veterans gone. Matty Harold for one, a couple of Bears gone as well this year. We still have Brett Tatarin. We still have Tynan in the lineup, correct?
Correct.
Are you looking for those two players to be the consensus leaders on the ice and off the ice? Who's joining them back from last year?
Well, absolutely. Those two guys are going to be key players. I do have Kobe Bear back. He's going to be another important guy up front. And then I have our goaltender back, Jordy McInnes. So we're going to count on him too to help the two other younger guys in goal. So those three. And then I have Delpy and Michael Spence back up front too, and Leo Kelajak. So I have a few guys with some experience, and then a lot of new guys that it's going to be an adjustment period for. And I expect these older guys to lead the way, both on and off. I know Brett and Tynan and Kobe are all going to be really good leaders and hopefully lead these guys in the right direction.
And having Jordy between the pipes is a big deal as well, a little bit of understanding of what the season looks like for these other netminders. Tell me about the transition these rookies are having in the first month. I mean, we talk about the academic side of things a little bit, the athletic side of things a lot of it. How has that balance been for the new players coming to small-town Pilot Mound?
It's been pretty good. It is an adjustment. You're moving away from home, living in dorms, someone else cooking for you. You have to wash your own clothes and get to school on time and get your homework done. So it is a little bit of an adjustment, but, this group has been pretty good. We got our dorm mom, Marcy, is doing a really good job in helping us out. So I'm encouraged by what I'm seeing from our group. Good bunch of kids, respectful, and we seem to be on the right track. So it takes time, though. I understand that you're away from home. Some kids get a little homesick. This is kind of 2-3 weeks in now, and this is kind of when it kind of sets in. So if you can get past these couple weeks, I think we'll be fine. And again, going on the road is a good thing for us. We get them away from home, and it's just different on the road. We had a lot of fun last weekend, and I'm looking forward to the same thing this weekend. Just to let the guys settle in again and get our first experience in the CSHL is going to be a big deal too.
Absolutely. So the showcase, I saw a couple of pictures of some roller coasters. I even saw some time of some study time as well.
Yep.
Balance is important, Rick, and I appreciate you doing. Were you on the roller coaster, and if so, were you at the front or the back?
No, I wasn't on the roller coaster. Ernie, my assistant coach, he was on there, but no.
Wow, Ernie was. Wow.
Oh yeah, I can't. Rides don't go well with me. I wouldn't be doing too good after that. So I just watched and took pictures of all the kids, and they had a blast. That was That's what our academy is all about. Sure, it's hockey in school, but we try to incorporate a lot of other things to bring these kids together and some different experiences. You know, a lot of the kids hadn't been to the Mall of America, so it was just a little extra on the weekend to have a little fun and bring the kids together. So
he's not one for the rides. However, he's one for the bus trips. Tell us about this weekend coming up, heading to Calgary. This is the first taste of action for the CSSHL and the regular season starting for you guys. Who are we playing this weekend?
We play Coeur d'Alene, Shawnigan, OHA, and I can't remember who the other one is. I've had so many games in my mind here, but
it could be Delta, perhaps. I mean,
no, it's not Delta. They're not in the league anymore.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I think it's POE probably.
Perfect. Okay.
This weekend, so yeah, it's going to be a good test. I'm excited to see those teams and see where we're at. I know they're the varsity level, more our level. So I think after playing last weekend and seeing the tempo that those guys are playing at, if we can carry that over into this weekend, I think we're going to be okay. But I understand it's a process. I told the boys we're not going to win the championship here in September. We've got to work through a lot of things, and as long as we're progressing each game out, I'll be happy.
So it's 4 games, 3 days, all in Calgary. How do you prepare the players mentally and physically between each game?
Oh, we do a lot of talking. We do video. We've been doing video and mainly just talking. And we've had a couple of really good practices here this week too. We got one more today, and we hit the road in the morning. So I think they're ready. The kids they're gung ho. I know they're excited to go to Calgary and play too in the wind sport and that. So it's a process again, talking, working through good practices, and once we get out there, we'll settle in. After the first game, I think we'll be fine.
After last weekend, have you noticed any players bringing up to the forefront the team building exercises, and what have you thought about them?
Well, actually, they've all kind of jumped on board with everything. Obviously Tynan and Brett are kind of leading the way, but there's a few young kids that are stepping up. But it really right now it's kind of a group. They're all kind of feeling their way out and finding where they stand. So no one has really in particular stood out. So I'm more excited about the group. This group has really come together. We don't have any cliques or any groupings right now. Everyone's kind of doing it together, and I think that's important. It's
one clique. It's one Buffalo team, one varsity team. I want to say good luck this week, and I hope that you guys come back with a couple of victories. Come out, maybe all 4 victories would be nice. Start the season off right for the boys, and then you come back and you play the following weekend at home, correct?
Correct, yeah. I think we have 2 games against Prairie Hockey Academy, which will be another real test. Always a good hockey team there.
Absolutely, and we'll be there with ASTV catching up those games the next weekend. Rick, I'll let you go. Let's go back to teaching. I know it's important to keep the boys in the classrooms, and all the best this weekend, and we'll touch base next week.
Great, thank you.
Right on. That's been Rick McConnell, head coach of the varsity male team at Pilot Mound. They're heading out to Calgary, and we'll catch up with them here on ASTV. Thanks for joining us, Rick.
Thank you.